be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And Dallas Flowers going to bring this out of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this one is incomplete.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Now a 2nd and 10. Here's the former NFL rushing champ. It's Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
They'll drop to throw. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
The Colts send out their punter. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Dolphin football. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. And the drive starts with a run from Achane. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
A gain of 21 yards. 1st down, Dolphins.
Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Colts, they put together a strong effort last week in the win over Chicago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Tua sets up to pass it. Throw left side. There's Schwartz with it. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 35. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami 1st. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. He's going to have the hook up to Schwartz. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. The CD, this offense at 11-0 now on the year. A few weeks ago, I remember asking you what kind of percentage chance that you thought they had at staying unbeaten the entire season. I think you said 25%. I'd imagine that number probably grown since then.
I would agree with you, and I'm going to actually bump it up to closer to 50%, only because they still have some tough games to come, and keeping that focus throughout the entire season, that's been a really difficult thing to pull off. But so far, they've done it, and they've done it well.
For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on third down. They'll run for it with Achane. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down.
Brought down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Miami.
Looking to pass. Tua. Throw caught by Achane. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. They'll swing this out wide. Here's Achane. And the Dolphins are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
First and goal at the 2-yard
Achane
line.
trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. Second and goal from the 1. From the gun, it's Tua. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Devon Achane, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Colts 0. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They currently sit 1 game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Dolphins 7.
Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Tackled that time by Joey Porter Jr. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
On second down, Tua. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And now it's 3rd and 3.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Now Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
From midfield, here's Tua. Man open, that's Jamar Chase, complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. Out of the gun, here's a give to Achane. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stump that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. This is caught by Evans. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. There's Evans again, complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Mike Evans from 13 yards out. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 14-0.
Colts, nothing. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer, and make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. Now those linemen, of course, can't be more than a yard downfield when a pass is thrown, and they might have been able to call that on a couple of guys there.
Let's go now. Drop 50, drop 50.
They'll set up a throw. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. His throw incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Loss of 6 yards. Brings up 3rd and 16.
They'll look to throw here. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Matt Gay for the Colts field goal. A 57-yard attempt.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. To his throw, pulled in by Schwartz. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Back to the air on 2nd down, Tagovailoa. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. He'll dump this off to Achane. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Sanders' kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Gay to kick off for the Colts.
Gay now set to kick it off.
Preston Ebner on the return. The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. On play action, here's Tua. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 44 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
3rd quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line.
Intercepted by the Dolphins. They'll take over 1st down and goal to go at the 5-yard line.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run. Achane. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. One more time with Achane. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Devon Achane. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Sanders on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Dolphins 24, Colts nothing. Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 47-yard line.
Cut 19. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the Colts 42-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the fourth quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Intercepted by the Dolphins. They'll take over first and 10 at the 26-yard line.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to...
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy Bunting. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Colts take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's... And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Mike Evans with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Dolphins are going to be moving on to 12-0 as they extend their lead further. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. I hate to say it, but at this point, I don't really know that they're playing to win with this deficit in the fourth quarter. They're just trying to erase that zero on the scoreboard, Charles, and get some type of momentum to carry into the film session tomorrow.
If you get any type of points on the board, it'll count as a moral victory, although no one will talk about that in the post-game press conference. That's not something you mention in the NFL. And this loss, it already stings and will for a while, but everyone on that offense knows it'll sting a lot worse if they don't put some points up on the board.
Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
That's good for the Colts. First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Drop 60, drop 60.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Ready?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Mustang 19.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Colts territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Again, it's Achane. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 42. 53 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Oh, and that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Gain of 12. First down, Miami.
Up the middle, Achane. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
On 2nd down, a run by Achane. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So a victory here for the